So you finished the exercise. Now that's wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do. I hope it was rich. You got something out of it, and I hope you'll do it again because you can do this with any plants, any trees and flowers, and it really just starts to waken up. It's an inner activity, obviously, but it's quite a big one. I hope you found anyway. Um, in fact, there's more to this exercise. I'm not going to do a video about it, but Goethe developed some continuations of these 4 stages to include whole landscapes. There's some landscape observation exercises which are a continuation of this. So if you're interested in that, you can Google it and look them up and hopefully find out something about that and maybe go somewhere with that. This video essentially is to extend an invitation, as I announced initially, because although I've created this tutorial to be asynchronous, because I didn't want to sort of tie people up with time and everything to a certain time, and myself included, but I do really want. It's twofold. I mean, one of the things I wanted to share with you this exercise of waking an inner life. Because I think that's a strengthening thing at this time of crisis. But the second reason is that I wanted to increase our connections within this framework of this exercise. So what I would like to do is invite you all. I've done this exercise. I'd very much like you to come and join me. I'm holding 2 weekly meetings for people who've done the exercise. One is in English and the other one's in Portuguese. And just during this time of the isolation of the coronavirus, so I'm holding these meetings online at these times every Monday. Okay, so what I've done is I've just put in Rio de Janeiro, which is my time. That's when I'm going to be logging in. And if you're in the US on the West Coast, it's in the morning. If you're on the East Coast, it's lunchtime. I don't mind if you're having lunch. And then in the UK and Ireland, 6 p.m., Europe an hour later. And then if you're in the right east part of Europe or in Africa even, it's 8 o'clock. And then of course after that it gets late if you go further east. If you're not in, you can see this is a Eurocentric project so far. But if you're in Asia and you've done this and you'd love to, or Australia, anywhere sort of further east than the Middle East, please, and the whole of the Pacific really, please do get in touch, and we'll just, if there are enough people, we'll have find a time which is convenient for you. Okay. So how do you take part in this? What you need to do is to send me an email. All right. So now once you've done the exercise and you'd like to take part in the next Monday meeting, just send me an email. Here's the email address, ensayo@michaelchekhov.com.br. Put in the subject, I suggest you put Goethe when you need him. And then you put your name and your city or country and a little introduction if I don't know you. I mean, some of you I will know and you don't need to do that. But if I don't know you, just tell me who you are, what you do, and a little bit about yourself. I would be curious. And what you'll do, you'll get an email from me on at the end of the Sunday probably, because the weekly deadline is Sunday. All right, so you'll just get an instruction with me with a link to a meeting and how to log in. So that's easy. So I do hope you'll join me for that. I really do. And thank you very much for joining me on this little journey. If it did nothing else, it passed the time. Well, Estragon in Goethe would answer, it would have passed in any case. So I stand corrected there by Samuel Beckett. I hope your families are all well, and I hope you stay all well, and I hope to see you at one of these meetings very soon. Thank you very much. Lots of love.